allow me to invite the Director of Research at IRA, P. Sunday, to come and usher us in.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As already introduced, my name is Sandro Protasio, and my task is to welcome you to our maiden Insurance Innovation Awards. Now, this is the first of its kind, and that's why we have called it the inaugural one, meaning that there will be several others that will follow after this. Now, as the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda, we are very happy that you have honored our invitation. The MC was saying it's a Friday. Yeah, Fridays people have their private programs, but you managed to give us time, and we don't take this for granted. I have only two hands. I want to ask you to clap for yourselves. Thank you very much for coming. And being the inaugural event, we shall appreciate your comments. If anything does not appear very nice to you, please let us know, so that come 2021, we can do it better. So you're being here, we want you to be observers, you observe critically, and please give us feedback. But most importantly, I want to ask each one of you to sit, relax. We have done the social distancing, people have sanitized, so your safety is more or less guaranteed. I once again want to welcome each one of you and wish you a nice evening. Thank you very much.
I'll continue. Allow me to continue recognizing our guests as we come in. Like I said before, the disclaimer is Friday and that extra traffic. Mr. Moses Kagwa, you're very welcome. He's a board member. Like you're sitting somewhere, maybe by show of hands, so we can appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us. And Dr. Hatwip Mugasa Idi Nita is here. Very welcome. Again, allow me to just go at full throttle and full gear to drive this program and try to bring it home. Let me invite this is the consultant in the project, Brian Tosh, Global Consulting. Karibu sana. And being that we're in this time of the pandemic, we'll all try and observe. If you're coming here, use the sanitizer. You don't necessarily have to wear your mask when you're speaking to us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. Mine is very simple. First of all, is to say glory to God for us to be here. It's been a tough ride for us as the consultants, but particularly for the team of the capable judges that we've had for the last 2 to 3 months. I would like to take this very opportunity to tell you that we're here to recognize and reward excellence, particularly in innovation in Uganda. But I'll give you a small, quick brief about global consulting. We've done this in about 4 or 5 countries to date. But the journey all started in Tanzania in 2017 under the guidance and leadership of Dr. Sakware Bagayo, who was then the chief executive of TIRA, which is a sister company to IRA. Then we moved to Zambia under the leadership of Humphrey Kabwe, and we moved to Malawi. So we thank IRA to join this Africa-long revolution of recognizing excellence in the insurance sector. Why innovation? I think the pace at which technology is taking up the commercial insurance space is alarming. And we thought that if Uganda is not to lag behind, I think the regulator thought it wise to bring the sector to speed. Personally, I think I've seen insurance in Uganda for the last 20, 30, 40 years, and it's been an intensive paper kind of processing. The underwriters, the risk managers have been doing a lot of intensive labor work for the last so many years. So we're thinking that if this kind of activity could spark creativity and innovation in delivering effective service delivery, then the consumers would be excited and would move forward. In a nutshell, the future of management and insurance services is exciting, and we thank all of you who have participated and led the way for the Uganda Insurance Innovation Awards. I'll give you a brief about the story of the judging process. It's been a 3-tier process that started with the IRA calling to call all sector players to participate and submit the applications in these awards. We closed the submission or receiving of applications on the 30th. Very quickly, we had a sector orientation of CEOs, and all this was done online, and we thank you, IRA, for this. On the 7th, we called the shortlisted clientele, or the sector players, to defend their submissions. And it is from that presentation that the judges got so busy at the Golden Tulip Hotel analyzing the submissions, critically assessing the performance that you guys submitted. And without putting words into the judge's mouth, I can simply say that all of you who are here and submitted applications, it was outstanding. The job you gave the judges was nail-biting. And having said that, allow me to call the chair of the judging panel, the Venerable Justice Geoffrey Kiriawili, to come and give us his few remarks. But before he gives us his few remarks, he'll introduce the panel of judges. As he comes along, allow me in a very special way, and just for a minute, introduce and call upon the management and the CEO of MAM and Associates. These are audit consultants who ensured that the process was seamless. Probably in 1 minute, you could give us a word on how it went. Was it transparent? Was it fair? How did it go? And then right away, we'll call the justice and his entire team to tell us a little story about the journey of the awards. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I greet you all in your respective capacities, all protocols observed. I'm called Alfred Anwankani, Managing Partner, MAM and Associates, Certified Public Accountants of Uganda. And with me, I have my colleague, Mr. Moses Kamanjire. He's a partner with MAM and Associates as well. And Evelyn Adong, she's a manager at the firm. Now, briefly about the firm, we've been in existence for 9 years, and we serve a wide range of local and multinational clients cutting across different sectors of the economy, providing audit, tax, and business advisory services. So, we were appointed by the consultant to be part of this first ever Uganda Insurance Innovations Award as independent auditors to provide assurance that the selection process was transparent, fair, and free of bias. Now, as a firm, we're happy to be part of this exercise, and we confirm our independence. We worked with the consultant, that's Global Consulting Services, the panel of judges, the regulator, and we observed and reviewed the entire process. Now we are happy to report and confirm that the entire awards process was transparent, fair, and free of bias. We congratulate all the participants and the winners of the different award categories as they showcase their various innovations. This we believe will lead to increased uptake of insurance services. Now, as business advisors, we believe insurance is a critical element or option of risk management for both corporate and individuals. I thank you all, and I would like to take this opportunity to invite the chair panel of judges, that's Justice Geoffrey Chirawire. Thank you very much.
As the chair comes, I just want to inform you that the story doesn't end here for these awards. Our plan, together with the regulator, is to showcase all these outstanding submissions in one, an outstanding documentary, but two, the Insurance Review magazine, so that we can learn from the peers and know what the sector is doing in regards to innovation. Thank you.
Good evening to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to adopt all protocol as is we have been taught by our Nigerian brothers and sisters to save time. It is indeed a distinct pleasure for me to be here this evening and be able to speak a little bit about the inauguration of the IRA Innovation Award. I cannot even start this discussion with you without introducing the formidable panel of judges that I had the distinct pleasure to work with. Some are not here with us this evening for one reason or another, but I will name them nonetheless so that you have a sense of who was involved in this process. We had Mr. Gideon Badagawa. I think he goes without saying. He is very well respected in the private sector of Uganda. So, allow me to also call upon and invite one of the judges to stand and wave before you, Hajat Afua Sediala, Chartered Insurance. She, in many ways, is known as Mama Insurance. She also won a very distinguished award of being a top insurer in Africa. So that is the personality that we're dealing with. Mr. George Okotha. So George Okotha, a member of the Uganda Insurance Commission, precursor to the IRA, ran the technical department. Those of you who worked during his era would know that he ensured discipline within the sector. That is the gentleman who is with us. Mr. Elvis Kisa is not with us. A young man I worked very closely with, and not only an insurer in his own right, practicing here in Uganda and in the United Kingdom, but also a lecturer in the field of insurance. So he is also part of our panel. Allow me to say how delighted I am to be once again amongst the insurance fraternity. This is after several years. And for some of you who do not know me very well and only probably have heard of me as a a judge of the Court of Appeal of Uganda, of which I am, a judge also of the Appellate Division of the Supreme Court of Justice, of which I am. I'd like to say that I worked in this industry for 11 years before I became a judge. And I only left to become a judge in the year 2003. I was the CEO of an insurance company. That many people may have forgotten. I was the chairman of the Uganda Insurance Association. Some of you may not know. I was a representative of Uganda at Africa Re. Some of you may not know. But perhaps more importantly, as a member of the Uganda Insurance Commission, which is a precursor to the IRA. So you can see why I'm distinctly happy and honored to be part of this evening today. Because in many ways, a lot of my corporate life was cut when I was in the insurance industry. Chairing the Inaugural Insurance Innovation Awards has helped me learn a lot about how the insurance industry has changed from the time I was part of it. I'm also quite happy to note that it has been creative and it has been innovative. And that is why it has survived to grow in leaps and bounds. We'd like to congratulate you all for that achievement. My remarks are of a general nature. We have a very comprehensive report that we have written to the IRA. I do not wish to bore you with that one. It has a lot of statistics, a lot of criteria, but I think that will not be of much benefit to you this evening. Allow me to speak to you about some of my feelings of what is happening in the insurance industry today. I think that will be of much more benefit for you this evening. And I'd like to start by saying that the world as we know it today is at crossroads. I do not know if you'd agree with me, but there are many crossroads, not just one. First of all, we are still relatively young in this new century. But I'd like to say that the 21st century will be like no other century before it. It is going to test our value systems like we have never thought of before. Secondly, we are only just at the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution. And we all know that the prime mover of the fourth industrial revolution is technology. That is also becoming a disruptive force in the way that we do our business. We have migrated from the analog to the digital era. And today, I'd like to say, without any fear of contradiction, that nobody really wants to know your PO box number anymore. Nobody. They want to know what is your email. They want to know what is your Twitter handle, to mention just but a few. And that is significant because it is going to define how we do business going forward. Thirdly, the internet is growing at an exponential speed. Right now, we're steadily moving from 4G into 5G. Now, if that does not make any sense to you, this is the speed that is necessary to process information. Most significantly, even today, at 3 and 4G in Uganda, there are many things that are happening that dazzle us, things that we had never thought of before. But think about this reality. The scientists tell us that the human brain starts to operate at 6G. At 6G, which means that we're only 1G short of having machines that think like human beings. If this is not a big disruptor, if this is not something that the market should think about, then the market has not embraced the new reality. Smart machines will soon be processing faster than the human brain. This is a very revealing reality. Lastly, one cannot talk about crossroads without talking about COVID-19 and what is now called the new normal. And it is amazing that all these crossroads at their different locations have a place where they do merge. And therefore, the industry must be alive to it. It has been very interesting looking through the submissions to this award ceremony to see how far the industry has addressed its mind to these areas of disruption. Given the quality and depth of submissions by the players, selecting the winner was a tough call, but it was not impossible. One of the most innovative areas that struck me, just speaking for myself, is the area of ban assurance. Because we are now collapsing financial services into a one-stop center. And that is very, very important. And my prediction is that we will see a lot more of that as we go forward. The level of creativity was impressive. And I must say that when these innovations are shared and practiced amongst other members of the insurance industry, I think the clients will be the better for it. Yes, like it has been said, we must encourage those who did not make it to winning trophies. I think everybody did well, and there's always a chance to do better next time. I want to thank MAMM and Associates, the accountants who were with us, ensuring that our process was transparent. We want to thank Global Consulting for bringing their expertise here. And also allow me to thank the IRA for supporting this brilliant, innovative initiative. Thank you very much. I'd like to say that the only way that this industry can survive is through innovation. You innovate or you perish. We are living in interesting times. We work from home. We go to school from home. We shop from home. We are social distancing. This is the future that we need to address our minds to. I am delighted once again to be part of it, and I want to thank our team of judges for a great work that they have done. So I cannot end without wishing you all a Merry Christmas and probably a happier new 2021. Please Please remember that COVID-19 is real, and we must do what it takes to remain safe at Christmas and always. Do not take infections to the village. You must remember to go by SOPs. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Judge. It's been an honor and a pleasure as always to have you, still showcasing energy so many years later after working in the insurance sector. My last word to the brilliant executives who are here who participated in these awards is that my take is, guys, innovation is real. It's here, it's with us. Either we choose to innovate or we collapse. My thinking is 98% of the underwriters here today, in 10 years, will not be the same. We will find that close to the entire underwriting process will be automated, from settlement of claims, buying of policies, to the customer experience. So may the best winners take the day. Thank you so much for being with us. We love you, we thank you, and Mungu awabariki.
Thank you very much. One more time, let's appreciate them. And my takeout from everything that they were saying were two very crucial and key words. There's innovation and disruptive. Now, those two words go hand in hand. If you're not paying attention, you're going to get left behind, like Buana just said. A very quick example. Many of us that grew up and were raised here, we remember Afro Studios. Remember Kodak? Kodak probably was one of the biggest film companies. Heritage is about 100 years, worth billions of dollars. Now here's what you call disruptive innovation. They invented the digital camera and shelved it because they thought it would eat into their market for film. And Fuji, a Japanese company, came and invented the same thing and put it on the market. Now, disruptive innovation is when some young man decided to put a camera on the phone. And that was the end of a historical, iconic company, hundreds of years, billions, but one innovation disrupted their business. So you have to stay with the signs of the times. Right now, the new normal is very disruptive. COVID is disruptive, but companies have to stay alert. We have to move, we have to innovate, we have to disrupt if we must. I want to again acknowledge some of our guests that are arriving and are with us. The chairman, IRA, is in the house, Dr. Isaac Nkote. Very, very welcome. And the chairman, UIA, Latima Mukasa, is in the house also. The last time I saw you, you were in a different outfit. So this is an upgrade? It's good to see you. It's a pleasure. So we're going to move on. Right now, what I want to do is to invite our sponsors to also have their quick remarks. And by the way, we are live on the #1 media house, NBS Television, which is a part of Next Media. Allow me the bias. I'm one of the directors at Next Media, and I know this true story. We are #1 in the country. So you can right now take that moment. Let's use the internet, let your friends know where they can catch you, because the cameras, I've seen what's on air, they're scanning them. So let people know. I don't know do we have a tweet and handle? Let's do that. Get on the tweets and pronounce what is happening here. It's a big deal. And like I said, we're live on NBS television. Right now, allow me to invite the CEO, ITC, Mr. Saul Seremba. Thank you. Let's applaud. Yes, let's appreciate Mr. Saul Seremba.
very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Protocol has been observed. So in the few minutes that have been given to us, allow me to make a few remarks. It's an honor for us as the Insurance Training College of Uganda to be part of this inaugural event as sponsors. We wish to thank and appreciate IRA for the wise decision of organizing this event, and we believe it will go a long way in lifting our industry. Thank you so much, Al-Haj and the board, for this. As you are aware, the times we are in are unprecedented. The market conditions have changed. The working conditions have changed. This agenda, and that's why we have been part of this great event. We have gone ahead to build one of the platforms, and this is another innovation. I was actually talking to the consultant that we should have brought one of the greatest innovations in this context, but as sponsors we are not allowed to. But it is one of the projects that we think that will take this industry to the next level. So we commit to be part of this event in the coming years, and we want to thank the leadership of IRA. We want to thank our partners, the sponsors, UIA, IBAO, for working with us to ensure that we pull this off. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Let's continue to hear from our sponsors. Allow me to invite Chairman UIA Latimer Mukasa to come and share with us. And remember, we're live, so you can keep tweeting. Let's applaud our speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to see Justice Chiagwe after a very long time. He looks younger than the last time I saw him. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you as part of the Uganda Insurance Association. I chair it, so I'm representing my colleagues. And we want to applaud the CEO of IRA for this initiative, and a personal and collective and hearty thank you from the entire community for this initiative. I think this is the very first one for insurers. We used to do something similar for the brokers, but for the insurers, this is the first one. I'll use and take this opportunity now to pledge our commitment as Uganda Insurers Association to both actively participate and sponsor these awards in 2021 and beyond. We shall strive to ensure that this becomes a flagship event on our calendar going forward. Again, to the CEO, we have noticed that the hallmark of your speeches and presentations for the last 2 years has been punctuated with the need for us as members to innovate and embrace the use of technology in our product development, distribution, and servicing. It is indeed gratifying to see that your relentless plea has now crystallized into this event, where we applaud all our colleagues who have emerged victors. By our very nature, insurers generally are conservative, but this gives us an opportunity to target the 99% of the uninsured or underinsured, and take the opportunity to present our products, what we have to offer, and exploit the current demographic, which is really the younger generation. How do we reach out to them, the youth? And the only way to tap into them is to ensure that we meet their needs, and I'm sure they are keenly following this event. According to the latest Uganda Communications Commission report on mobile phone usage, a record 1.8 million new mobile subscribers joined the network between January and March 2020. The latest communication sector market performance report indicates that the current mobile phone subscriptions stood at 28.4 million at the end of March 2020. This is clear testimony that innovation and use of technology can be our driver for products and services going forward. This goes without mentioning the competition mobile money poses to conventional retail banking. Our takeaway from this memorable event should be a futurist prediction of digital technology by all of us that will transform our customer interaction into being an efficient, effective and reliable distribution model. The key areas that we, the insurers, have to leverage on and tap into are the digital windfall that has presented itself as we prospect to distribute insurance and use of our sensors for imminent behavioral change in our consumers of insurance. We need to enhance our analytics and social research, data and research, cloud storage of key information, fraud identification, and monitoring as key drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed our honor for us as insurance practitioners to be the center of focus tonight by our regulator this evening and to recognize our innovativeness. I thank you very much and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mukasa. And coming up on stage next, our sponsor from IBAU is an executive member, Mr. Morris Amagola. And when I come up next, I'll give you the hashtag so that we can tweet this.
The CEO, Insurance Regulatory Authority, the CEO, UBRA, all board members of the Insurance Regulatory Authority. We are extremely delighted to be part of this inaugural Innovation Awards. If you will recall, about 5 or 6 years ago, the Brokers Association, in their quest to enhance service delivery and efficiency, used to have an award. But this award wasn't all-encompassing. It was only recognizing efforts by the insurance players in the service delivery in the insurance industry. And because it wasn't all-encompassing, IRA, in its wisdom, advised us to pause it and wait for a moment when the entire industry will be put together to enable us to have an event that recognizes effort and growth in the industry. As risk managers, I stand here to represent our chairman, Mr. Solomon Dubondo, and brokers are very, very close to their clients. They ensure that the service delivery, the advisory that they give their clients, can be able to provide service at optimum cost and also ensure that when claims do arise, they are actually paid with the efficiency. I will not do justice today if I also do not reflect on an event that just happened a week ago. We are actually running a marathon, and we are at the start of the marathon. And why I say this is because we are yet to increase insurance penetration as desired. We have a lot of work to do. And the reflection is, just about a week ago, my wife, who is doing some agency banking, met a potential client who she was providing the agency banking. And then she asked this client, but you know what? My husband works for an insurance broker. And believe you not, the comments were not very summary, which means our clients in Africa still do not understand what we do. And we need to polish our delivery. We need to be sensitive to the information we give. We need to be careful about the pricing. And we need to be comfortable that for whatever you've been able to put together, the service will be delivered at the end of the day. And he gave me a reflection based on, he had lived in the UK, he had lived in the US. For some strange reason, he has relatives in Kenya, he has relatives in Tanzania, he has relatives in Rwanda, and he practices in Uganda as a businessman. Actually, he's in the agricultural subsector, and he's exporting our fruits and vegetables in Europe. So actually, he is a very important part of making sure that our economy is able to grow from that perspective. But the mention of insurance, much as he understood it, was negative from the aspect that we need to do more. So much as we're doing the innovation, much as we are trying to expand insurance in Uganda and probably in Africa, we need to be sensitive about customer. Does the customer understand you? Does the customer understand the product you put together? We need to take time to enable us explain more and more about the products we are innovating, about the service delivery, about the efficiency of the claim service, if we were to increase our penetration and grow this market. But the positive is that the insurance industry is growing, and I think I don't want to steal the thunder of our regulator. I know that probably we'll close at about 900 billion this year on a projection of 1 trillion. But the opportunity to grow is there, but the work is cut out for us. So we need to do the work, we need to continue doing the work. And on behalf of the Brokers Association, we will continue doing advisory work. We will also continue innovating in our advisory as insurance brokers to enable our clients to have satisfactory service and also to grow the broker business in the Ugandan market. I would like to thank IRA once again, and would like to pledge that for whatever it is, we will definitely be a continuous part of the growth of the insurance industry, including continuously supporting the Innovation Awards. Thank you, and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
At this juncture, let me again invite the Director of Research, Sunday, to usher us into a very important activity. Sunday.
Thank you very much, Isaac. And, like Tosh Brian had mentioned, we issued out a call to all members of the insurance industry, but we did not get 100% submissions. And that does not mean that there is no innovation. The innovation is there. But what we get is that they are still booking. Now, for those who are brave enough to present themselves for examination, which was rather rigorous, we thought that it is important that we recognize them. So, at this point in time, we want to give some appreciation to those companies, those ladies and gentlemen that were brave enough to present themselves for examination. And to do that, I want to request one of the judges, Mama Insurance, come and help us hand over a certificate of appreciation to those who participated in this innovation. I will read in no particular order, and the representatives from those different companies will come and receive their certificates from Mama Insurance. And probably I wish also to tell you that the lady you see over here is the first female lady to get CII. She was voted by the African Insurance Organization as, maybe I'm not big enough to explain that, but most recently, she has been appointed the ambassador of CII, representing the women in the whole of African continent. So Hajat, thank you for accepting to do the honorable thing, and I will read one by one. Alliance General, thank you so much, Alliance General. This is the MD. Thank you very, very much for participating. ICEA General, Insurance Company of East Africa. ICEA General, thank you so much again for participating in this. ICEA Life, can come over. As Housing Finance Bank comes over, Housing Finance, we thank you so very much. Diamond Trust Bank, thank you so much for participating in this inaugural Insurance Innovation Awards. Turaco Insurance Services, Turaco Insurance Limited, I beg your pardon. Thank you so much for participating. Prudential Assurance, Uganda Limited. Thank you so much. Legacy Insurance Services Limited. Thank you so much. Finally, he said this was in no particular order. Minet, Uganda Limited. Thank you so much all for participating. I'm sure come 2021, we shall have almost everyone participating. Okay, thank you so much, Ajat Sebiala, for presiding over this part of the event.
Thank you, Sunday. Let's applaud that activity to encourage it. Moving on very quickly as we play catch up. Again, quick reminder, the hashtag for those who are tweeting, so that we amplify and make some noise out there, is Insurance Awards UG. Hashtag is Insurance Awards UG. And you can let your colleagues and friends know that we're still live on the #1 TV station in Uganda, NBS Television. Let me also take again this opportunity to invite our host and also the CEO, IRA, Alhaji Kabinabi Ibrahim Lubega, to come and share with us. But again, I want to amplify. I was going to say showbiz. I am that too, but also I'm a social media buff. So I wanted to amplify the hashtag Insurance Awards UG. And this really helps, amplify. This is how you make the noise out there. Since many of the speakers came, and as we heard from one talking about disruption and innovation, all these things are very critical and necessary. If anything, this evening, your takeout, there's so many changes, and you have to play catch up. You have to stay with the pace. With the speaker that has just left the stage talked about backing agents and mobile money. All these were disruptions. 10 years ago, fintech came and took over. Mobile money came and took over. That was disruptive innovation. And no one is insulated or is safe from these disruptive innovations. A very popular one that really excites me is Uber. Many of you have seen, the iconic yellow taxi in New York. When you see a movie and you see a yellow taxi, you directly identify that with New York. But somebody innovated an app that they stick on your phone, and they shut down the yellow taxi. That is disruptive innovations. If you do not catch up with the times, you get left behind. So, takeout for the evening is disruptive innovations. Your world and your space is not insulated. You've got to keep your eyes open on the signs of the times. So again, allow me to invite to the microphone our host and CEO, IRA, Alhaji Kabinabi Ibrahim Lubega.
Finance in charge of general duties, representing full Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. My Lord, Justice Chiriawire, the Board Chair of IRA, Dr. Mpote, and my colleagues, board members, and CEOs of the Insurance Regulatory Authority, the various association chairs, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me begin by introducing my colleagues, CEOs of various regulatory authorities here present. They might have other hats somewhere else, but I want to introduce Mr. Martin Musuga, the CEO of the Uganda Retirement Benefits Regulatory Authority. You may stand up for recognition. I want to introduce Mr. Keith Kajetia, the CEO of Capital Markets Authority. And I want to introduce Mr. Atib Mugasa, the CEO of NITA. And allow me, since NITA is in charge of the innovation hub and many other things related to that, allow me a minute. I invite my brother, the CEO of NITA, to come here and say a word before I make my remarks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and thank you, members, for the nice words you said about technology. NITA Uganda and IRA has had a long-standing partnership with the aim of uplifting and nurturing the digital transformation in Uganda, and especially in the insurance sector, insurance industry. We saw how technology transformed biology to form biotech. Finance was transformed to form the fintech. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm happy to observe the Inaugural Insurance Awards, but I am also happy and excited to see the future of insurance with the integration of technology and to form insurance tech in Uganda. This is the first of its kind. I am very happy and appreciative of the work that my colleague Pat has spearheaded, and we intend to support and coordinate with IRA to push forward this initiative to see it through for Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ED NITA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to host all of you from the insurance fraternity and the general public watching us live on NBS this evening at this inaugural Insurance Innovation Awards 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, as we toast to your individual contributions to the growth of the insurance sector, let me use this opportunity and commend the insurance players' contribution and those who have participated in making this ceremony a success. Allow me salute the Uganda Insurers Association for your contribution towards this ceremony. We want also to thank the Insurance Training College, Uganda Insurance Brokers Association, our consultants, Global Consulting Services, and lastly, but not the least, the panel of judges led by Justice George Kiriawiru. Indeed, my colleagues from the Insurance Regulatory Authority have made sure that they team up everybody who had to come on board. And I want to thank Sunday, Papias, Maria, Sampo, Mario, and indeed the entire team who are ushering everybody in. We all participated, and we are all at the forefront of making this innovation and change in the insurance industry a possibility. I acknowledge this initiative as a demonstration of IRA's commitment in promoting innovation in the Ugandan insurance market, where most innovative licensed players will be identified and indeed recognized. Our guest of honor, the objective of these awards has been to provide a platform for knowledge and information dissemination by sharing the best practices, experiences, and expertise, fostering innovation and creativity in the insurance service, where we show value chain and subsequently we expand the insurance market boundaries. The authority, partnering with other stakeholders, are committed to fostering innovation and has created an innovation-conducive ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation has many facets, but it indeed is important that we understand it as having the ultimate goal of improving our processes to make life for customers better and businesses to grow. The time is now for the insurance sector to diffuse, adopt, and embrace the use of digital technology to connect easily with the different networks, aiming at improving service delivery and offering real value for insurance customers. As we all gather here this evening to witness and celebrate the winners of this year, it is important to note that we all have the power to transform and make everything happen the way we want it. I am pleased to say that innovation journey in the insurance industry has started. This is going to be an annual event so as to recognize the outstanding innovators every year. May I therefore encourage all of you come 2020 to participate actively, as I also salute those, despite the short notice, who have made it and they have participated in this year's awards. I want to end with the words of Steve Jess, who is a marketing and a business expert, who said, innovation is the unrelenting drive to break the status quo and develop a new where we have dared to go. May we all embrace innovation as we strive to reach where we dare to go. I want to thank you for listening to me, and may I wish you the best of the festive season and the best of 2021. I thank you.
Thank you very much, the CEO of IRA, Alhaji Kadinabi Lubega. Now, we're getting into the very exciting moment of the actual awards ceremony, and this is going to happen right now. We have, I think, 6 categories that we're going to go through, and I will, after one of the categories, I'll come back and invite one of our guests to be the ones to give out the award. And for the very first one, let me invite Mr. Saul Seneba, I beg your pardon. I wear glasses, but I still can't see. Yes. For the first one, and I'll ask each and every one of us to keep our eyes on the screen. Thank you.
Welcome to the Inaugural Insurance Innovation Award Gala 2020. Platforms we identify, recognize, and reward excellence in insurance innovation in Uganda. Tonight, we will recognize 6 winning categories: the most innovative insurance broker, the most innovative insurance agent, most innovative bank insurance agent, and finally, the most innovative insurer 2020. And now, for the most innovative insurance agent 2020, it is the agent with a cluster that has very high potential for growth. The agent whose premium goes for as low as 2,000 shillings per month. It is the agent supporting Safe Border, Uganda, and many others. And the winner is Turaco. The runner-up is Diamond Trust Bank Uganda Limited.
Thank you very much. We felt it important that the runners-up also be recognized, and because it was so tight, we're actually working on your plaques, and they will come your way. Right now, the plaques will go to the winners, but the runners-up, yours is in the mail coming your way. So the next category, allow me to invite Chairman UIA Latima Mukasa, please come up on stage.
In the category of the most innovative bank assurance agents 2020, this very competitive award goes to the entity that has taken innovation in its stride and created a product that forges strong partnerships between the bank and its customers at no extra cost, while guaranteeing them life cover. The bank, with this very creative approach, is Housing Finance Bank.
Thank you. Thank you, Boy Mukasa. Thank you very much. For the runner-up, will receive an elbow shake, and the plaque will go to the winner. So this one, we're working on the plaques for the runner-ups. I beg your pardon, Alhaj. The plaque goes to the winner. The runner-up gets elbow shake. There you go. We have to continue observing our SOPs, and we are working on your. And please, the paparazzi want to get the elbow shake also. So give it to them. There you go. Thank you.
Via webinars through the lockdown, and this was implemented through over 17 webinars. They quickly set up mental health center at their offices to offer medical free checkups and counseling for all their customers. The winner is Minet Limited.
Applaud our winner, and please stay in position for paparazzi. Thank you. Thank you very much. The runners up, this is going to be our elbow shake. Chairman, elbow shake, and please hold it for the paparazzi. They have to catch it so people know, who are observing all the SOPs. Thank you very much. The winner is coming.
The most innovative insurer of the year 2020 for life policies. The winner has managed to automate its end-to-end operations 100% prior to the COVID pandemic. The company that was the first to launch free COVID-19 cover in Uganda. A company whose CSR campaign of Mutima Ho excelled countrywide, touching over 11,000 lives. The winner for this category is Prudential Assurance Company.
Please allow a pause for the paparazzi as you receive the plaque from the chairman.
Year 2020 for non-life policies. Runner-up is Alliance Africa General Insurance Limited. In the category of the most innovative insurer of the year 2020 for non-life policies, this award goes to the entity that has excelled in its use of technology to effectively serve its customers in a timely and efficient manner. one whose expanded comprehensive auto policy has grown to 509 vehicles in the last 9 months alone. And the winner is ICEA General Insurance Africa.
Good evening, everybody. Our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, General Duties, invited CEOs from the various insurance players, IRA board members here present, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it's a great honor this evening for us at IRA to have achieved this milestone of recognizing the most innovative insurance players in our sector. I think this comes after 2 years back. We were in Accra attending a conference, and the theme was Innovate or Die. And we are happy that we at IRA took it over to see that the insurance sector in Uganda is not going to die, but is going to innovate. And this innovation award will have significant impact on our sector, which, as we know, is highly, still where the penetration is still very low. We think that recognizing the best insurers in the innovation will be very crucial. Secondly, it means that through innovation we shall be able to reach a number of clients. As you know, that one of the key challenges that we have in the sector is, of course, the low insurance uptake. And through innovation, coming up with good products, we are sure that we'll be able to reach the public, which, of course, and the public and the SMEs and all the other consumers of the insurance services. I think the other point, Honorable Minister, before I invite you, when you look at all these insurance players here, they privately have a request that the current challenge of high taxes, they feel that the taxes charged on the insurance product in one way or the other is hindering the insurance uptake. So as we deliberate on the next budget, it's our prayer, Honorable Minister, to invite these players to discuss what would be appropriate tax policy that would contribute to the tax base, but also promote the consumption of insurance. I thought I would mention this as one of the key things that is curtailing the insurance growth in Uganda. But we want to thank everybody for having participated and for remaining committed to the growth of the insurance sector. And of course, lastly, I want to say that as you innovate, remember that there are many graduates from universities specializing in insurance. Keep an eye on them they will certainly contribute greatly to the growth, to the delivery of insurance services in Uganda. It is now my great honor, and I want to take this opportunity to invite our chief guest for this dinner to come and address the participants. Honorable Minister of State for Finance, you are highly welcome to address the conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Board Chair, Chairman of the Insurance Security Authority, with your board members, the ED, all the other CEOs of the various institutions and agencies in Uganda, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to bring apologies from my colleague, Honorable Matia, the Senior Minister, who was supposed to be here but could not be here because of what you know, the politics. So he's in the trenches, so he requested me to come and present him, and I'm glad to do so. It's quite gratifying to join the insurance fraternity here assembled for the inaugural Uganda Insurance Innovation Awards. I've just come from another function called the People's Choice Awards, where they were recognizing the best in the various sectors of our economy. And insurance was one of them. According to the people, the Ugandans, the best award in terms of providing insurance went to ISEA. And so it was also very gratifying to see on this side where you're recognizing the best innovators. ISEA came on top, so I want to congratulate you. And that is a challenge to the other insurance companies, so that when we have the People's Award on the other side, you also do very well. The act of recognizing people and companies is very important, and that's why our government, from time to time, recognizes persons that have contributed to this economy in the various sectors of the economy. Insurance is a very important sector in any economy, whether developing or developed economy. Allow me therefore to take this opportunity to applaud the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda for understanding the role of the different companies and the persons who have done well in advanced innovation in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. And the fourth industrial revolution comprises, but not limited to following: artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, 3D printing, quantum computing, blockchain technology, etc., etc. And that's why the federal government is currently undertaking several initiatives to alleviate poverty, and as insurers, you have a huge task that the underprivileged are also included in your products, notwithstanding the saving alternatives for the low income persons. I was happy about 2 or 3 years ago to learn that the insurance has now gone into the family. I think I visited over a function where insurance companies are now providing insurance cover for those who are involved in farming. The drought, in case you have drought, you have flooding, your crops are destroyed, and that is very good. And therefore I want to encourage you to look at all these opportunities. You see, in many countries, and I'll quote here as an example, India. Insurance companies in India have innovated and have launched what is called the mobile apps by making it easier for customers to transact with them. We all know these days, banks are beginning to become just like a white elephant. Post office, remember those days, for those of you who have been around, we used to line up, if you want to make a call to US, you have to line up and book so that you make a call. But today, the post office is nothing but just a shell. The banks are following suit. The question is not whether, the question is when. And so when we're in the fourth industrial revolution, make sure we take advantage of the technology. And the insurance companies, you are not going to be an exception. And I can assure you, you're not going to see some of us in your offices. I just came from Canada to see my daughters. And I went to help my daughter to renew her mortgage. Everything was done online, including up to taking life insurance. We did not even see whom we're dealing with on the other side. We exchanged documents like this. We signed them electronically because the electronic law has already been enacted. That if you sign electronically, that is binding on both parties. So we didn't even see who was on the other side. We talked on the phone, yes, we did. But the exchange of information was over the internet. And that's where it ended. I left, I didn't even know that, I could not even know who the face of the person I was talking to. And that's where we were going. Whether you like it or not. For those in the banking sector have been saying, it's not a matter of when. It's not whether, but it's when. Some of us are so much obsessed with this the Internet of Things, blockchain technology. My tax man is here, he knows very well. If I had that absolute power, by now I would have done away with the Uganda currency, or any currency for that matter. Because that's how COVID is now being transmitted. But if you have what is called central bank digital currency, you can transact without even touching this one. And that's where I would want us to go. As a country, and therefore as insurance companies, please don't be left behind. The government has invested heavily in agriculture, infrastructure development, hydropower, and other projects. And I believe that you use insurance to innovate products and services that cover all these projects. We need to expand the insurance market, boundaries through innovation and creativity with initiatives, incentives and workable strategies to increase insurance penetration in Uganda. In India, for example, again, many companies are moving to what is called the paperless insurance claims. What value do you add by appearing before an insurance agent claim? What do you call them? The people who claim, who appear before to make your claim. You don't need to. All that information can be submitted online. You assess it on the other side, you tell me whether I qualify or don't qualify. So there's no need. So we're getting to that stage where most of the things are going to be done online. And therefore I encourage all of you, as we move into 2021, to innovate and ensure that we provide the best. And before I conclude, I want to address the issue of the tax. The tax czar is here, and he's a board member. Mr. Campbell, you stand up. Yeah, he's a board member. He's the one who is in charge of tax policies. He's the one who advises us. So what I would suggest, Mr. Chairman, is that you insurance companies, you make a proposal to us as a ministry, we will evaluate it. And of course we have to balance between revenue and also growth. Because if taxation is hindering your growth, then you will have to address it in such a way that you balance the two. Because if you have, some of us believe in numbers. And I think there are Indians in this room here. Are there Indians here? Yeah, I saw one who was here receiving an award. You see, the Indians have this principle that you rather have a very small profit margin, but sell in bulk. So if some of our taxation measures are actually hindering the growth of the insurance industry, make a proposal to us, and we'll be able to consider it accordingly. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I believe the initiative shall be used as a platform for exchange of experiences and also expertise in harnessing cohesion among the insurance fraternity. And therefore take this opportunity to congratulate all those who have received their certificates. I want to congratulate all those who have received the accolades here, and those who are runners up. That's a challenge to you, and that's the same thing that I told the others on the other side. That you see when you run up, you see the accolade right in front of you, it's in your sight. So you have to work hard and make sure that you become the best next year. With those few words, I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody, those who are believers, a Merry Christmas. But for everybody who is not a non-believer, I want to wish you a prosperous new year 2021. I say this for God.
Thank you, Honorable Ajendra. One more time, let's appreciate our guest of honor. Thank you. Thank you very much. What an amazing evening. I have so many takeouts. One that excited me was, I don't know who said it, innovate or die. I'm going to use that. Because I just wanted to amplify what I said before, is there is no sector that is insulated from disruptive innovation. It's like, the Internet of Things and all these things, the leapfrogging, things that took 10 years are taking 1 or 6 months. So you're going to innovate or die. Let's learn from the other sectors. Let's learn from fintech, how we took over and challenged and engaged the banks and all the other things. You innovate or die.
Mm-hmm.